failure. It is. It is what it is. It is just a feedback. That's a line most people use. That's not a failure. It is. Meaning, failure says you lost. Feedback says, here is data to get better. Every setback is just information. What didn't work, what to do, adjust, what to try next. Other versions, you will hear, this is a lesson. You paid tuition, don't waste the lesson. This is redirection. God's life is steering you away from a wrong path, and it is a redirection. This is part of the process. No one skips reps and still gets strong. This is preparation. You are being built for the next level. So if something went wrong today, audit it. Don't bury it. This is not failure. This is just the beginning of a fruitful impact. Once again, we pick our health tips, and then it's about boiled eggs. Benefits of boiled eggs. How often do you take boiled eggs? Do you even know the benefits of boiled eggs? Let's quickly pick some benefits of boiled eggs. Boiled eggs, 1. It gives a very good for eyesight. It's very good for eyesight. It makes more nails shine. Your nails shine more when you take in boiled eggs. Because you ought to take in more. Improve your body cells. Good for blood circulation. Omega-3 fatty acid and prevents hair loss. It maintains your bone strength and lower the risk of cancer. Hope you learned something out of it by taking in boiled eggs. Sylvester Tete will come away with the sports flash. Myself, Marego, will be on the newsprint review, and then we have officials from the NDC and MPP to talk about the LGBTQ plus bill that has been passed in Parliament, awaiting the President to sign it on. Stay with us from now to 10 a.m. and don't forget to join us on all our social media handles. You can equally call our marketers for affordable prices on 020-167-2828, 020-167-2828 for affordable prices for advertisement. I am Nana Sue once again. Remember, Marego TV is a new experience with great insight. Nothing is stopping me.
Premier Ponobio, 7th June, Yellow Cup Rave. I'm representing live inside Provo, Dumasi, level 3 power. It could be crazy, it could be bad. Only God, never share me. So, sorry, I know, Fantasy, and the Yape, yo, Yellow Cup Rave, we bad. Mad. Anytime,
Zo abedi pokomi kofi kinata rekodo obisi on. I say Kroboland Kofi Kinata may rep live on the 7th of June. Until Udumase Somenya Bong Kofi Kinata maba level 3 bar and lunch. Kobo Udumase I say Umina show and sell. See you. Move.
Everybody here, I shall force this shit in there. I don't, let me have it here. I do some quad.
Marego TV so amraso say agudie mu nsema ya boapoa no fie na afeso amonode de se fata say yedi boni nyina yatu ni say Marego Sports Flash ye na so abeda wa kaba e wa Marego money due no so na no pay nsem no draw so pint wadaroma producers no e benten any party ko mo ana no pepia mechidoma be na so abeda wa kaba enso wa ha na nsem no draw so into wadaroma enhwe na afeso nhya se na ye fa fi sem ne fa nhya se ye fa ma hwefo ye ko piemo enso ewo akuse na go piemo ewo akuse a na se inter schools zona so no games bebre eba so ewo akuse method senior high school park no so na final game no na eno no middle bet na afeso akomenyan force so edi share so ama akomenyan force so we need 2-1 na so mo so energy the edition and so edema competition no na ye wie pen no organizers ahoto no and so di nsem bebre eto dwan kotin se wo mo kan na afeso emra na efa de akan so emeto amuso.
My name is Michael Sakiti, the sports coordinator, Lower Manya Municipal. We started the Lower Manya Municipal inter zona competition. That's a game and athletics from 25th to 29th. And fortunate, we have all the games, the athletics and the games like the soccer, volleyball, netball, handball, and maybe table tennis. The athletics as usual, the 100 meters races, 200, 400, 1,000, 500, 5,000, 3,000, medley, which is the 1,000 meters, successfully. So today be the 29th, we have come to the end of the program, and God willing, we went through. I mean, we have a success. So now, I would say it's a superb one. Only that the weather couldn't permit us. We found ourselves in Akuse. The Akuse soil, as we know, it's a clay soil. Sometimes when it rains, I mean, you find it difficult to, sink. So we had a challenge. Maybe some of the athletics competition, we couldn't do them because of the ground. Because if we attend to do, we'll get our athletes, injured and all those things. So that's the challenge. Most important, that's the challenge, weather, and which we cannot do anything about it. It's a natural disaster. So I think all being equal, we have a success program. Yes, Lower Manya Krobo, I came just, let's say, 2 years now. So I have seen we have a lot of talent in Lower Manya Krobo, both athletics and games. So going forward, we want to make sports as a business. Now, sports is a profession. So I am pleading or begging the authorities, the DCE and the Director of Education.
My name is James Nate, Agomanya Zona Organizer. Actually, we came into this competition, we fully prepared in all the events, netball, volleyball, soccer, and athletics. And by the grace, we performed very well. With netball, we have taken the 3rd position. Volleyball boys, we have taken the 1st position. Soccer boys, we have also taken the 1st position. Where we prepared, we didn't joke because we know sports is something important. And today when we mention sports in the world, is what is making the money. So if you want to be in the hem of affairs, in terms of finance, then we need to embrace sports. And that's exactly what I did. And that's how I organized my coach. And through their also performance, we came to this far. So that's what I would say. I am pleading with the municipal and especially our CISOs and our head teachers that in terms of sports, they should support us. Because most of the head teachers, their much interest is in academics. And as my
name is Francis Poliche, and I am the organizer for Middle Belt under the Lower Manya municipality. And we just ended our municipal sports activities today. Right from day one, which was Monday, we were very happy that we were able to make it here. And we changing environment is also a kind of motivation for our children. And we had a good tournament. Unfortunately, we had some lapses in some events like athletics, which is supposed to be our stronghold. But then we can console ourselves with soccer because we were in the final with Agomenya. And unfortunately, we lost 2-1. I'm proud of my boys based on where we are coming from. There are some towns there are villages that there is no light. So some of them don't even know what how the football is being played. They only watch once in a while. So for them coming here and being able to match a zone like Agomanya, where they have juvenile clubs among them and play to fight like this to lose the game 2-1, which is narrowly. I'm proud of my boys and I'm happy. I'll talk about discipline.
When you say my PM Kakra, so Ewakusa brother saying Tazonas, no, of course, you're the one seminar, so I Kaba, and so I go pure national issues, Kakra, no go PM Mudia, now they are Burton, Eddie Brandon, Thomas Asante, and so they better just an uncle, Nina Mona, they did as well, say Nyamiaduma, say, and now say Nyakopo baby quine. No, Thomas Asante, I copy your walk up. Say, the run out 20 Ninamono, Neniaso, Neniaji, so a privilege pa, say Nyamiado Besha Blaster Jesse, and so work up Nyamiado Besha, say, oh, America, may you gonna face Canada.
It's tiring after the season and we're getting our bodies prepared for another push. But, you know, every day we're more and more prepared and I'm happy to be here and we definitely want to prepare in the right way to go and be successful, so we feel good. It's always the biggest privilege, you know. And I think it's something that since I was young, when I was going to the games, to pray and to believe and to dream of achieving it one day, and now to be here is incredible. I know that there's a lot of people, you know, in Ghana and all around the world that are really wishing us well. So we want to go and do them proud. And I understand how much it means, and it means so much to me personally. So I want to do everything to give us the best chance to progress in the tournament. We don't just want to go there and turn up for no reason. We want to be successful, so we're preparing for that. Yeah, he's a very...
Okay, it was over when he said Thomas, and so the about you pennes in Yama, and so the Abasa Brow, Upra, and say not know what the injury. And they have play a year power down on Inyaman, so when young Modinka Kabeka Blaster, Steam or GD, said Namia World Cup, no nest, or make Ghana for proud of pa. yenti in summer and next Myanmar and so okay before Blasters I say omuye ahead of the World Cup and also enche ebesha see America, Canada and Mexico.
It's good to be back around the team. It's been 1 year since I haven't been here, but it feels good. Like everyone is dedicated. We are all happy, ready to give it all for the competition, and we know like what is ahead of us and what we want to achieve. As you know, like every coach and how they want to play, and like we need to adapt to his style of play, which is like the most important. I mean, I've dreamt for this for so long since I was very young. It's gonna be my first time and I just can't wait. I just want to thank Ghanaians, for your support, for your prayers. I've been out for a while. I mean, it's all your prayers. I'm here today and I can't wait to get started, I'm going to give my all as always. The challenge is gonna be tough and I know like the challenge ahead is not gonna be easy, but with hard work and dedication, we are going to achieve something. And with all my teammates, we really going to work hard. We really want to give it all for the nation, for the flag, and to Ghanaian fans. I just want to say thank you to everyone for your support, for your prayers. It hasn't been easy for me getting an injury. I've worked really hard to get to this point, and I can't wait to give my all. I can't wait to
have... when he's a man next in Myanmar and so the Abakama go PMO or Black Queens player and then Eddie Chantel boy locker and so the Abase Nene Jepa say Blast House of Ghana ko PMO and so ko PMO World Cup no or so what GD so mukonyi na no they will make Ghana proud abra next on City Sports for din common Marego Sports you say you be na no pay ya yemfama atwefo so monitor you so.
Amazing to meet him here today. It was amazing. I've watched him when I was younger, when I used to watch the Black Stars play. His records speak for himself. He doesn't need no introduction. So yeah, it's a pleasure, and I'm honoured to be in the same environment as him. Yes, of course. Of course, I'm watching the World Cup. I mean, we have to support the country, and hopefully the boys can do us proud.
Thank you.
Amazing to meet him here today. It was amazing. I've watched him when I was younger, when I used to watch the Black Stars play. His records speak for himself. He doesn't need no introduction. So yeah, it's a pleasure, and I'm honoured to be in the same environment as him. Yes, of course. Of course, I'm watching the World Cup. I mean, we have to support the country, and hopefully the boys can do us proud.
Thank you.
Amazing to meet him here today. It was amazing. I've watched.
For there's when he's a Black Queens player and then Eddie Chantel boy locker and so Eddie Bauye Peno Jennifer Kujo and so a Black Queens midfielder HM say or GD say nyame advo World Cup Blasters say call your body Bobby Tima Conquer say game a be tough by Ghana and England or say game ni dey anu be she pass one me ntie commentary kakra Jennifer Kujo no so abra na say City Sports akopie wono ma onu so ni omodin komo ayeso nya bia e dey match for so na no pay.
It's good to see the national team back, back in the World Cup again, and obviously with the England game it's going to be huge because Ghanaian and England are very huge. So all the games are going to be massive for the boys, but hopefully they can go out there, do a better job, and represent the country as they've done always. But it's not going to be easy games. But I'm excited to see them do different things that they've done in the past. Yeah.
It was for when he's a Jennifer Kujo and so the better soldier Blasters soon as a man PMO woes and there's a Cardiff model a Blasters coach the day at the Carlos Correa so could din Komoka cra Asia Central for New Muddin Commander at the Demon update Tayakoso Ewa Camp and no and Nakuchi Edituja Sampa Alexander Jukua Copra in Yamia World Cup no Yadia Benya Konyano and so Akobi or James says say Derek Lucasen and so I'll be replacing and now Brandon so din common Joy Sports for PMO ma Marego Sports is in Yabia the match for now pay or Marego monitor you know so.
Well, the game sometimes surprises. We have to make a decision and replace Rico, and it doesn't matter who was the player that I called. Rico was replaced, and now we're gonna have the same group of centre backs in camp. The names, you saw them today on the pitch.
It's when in some Carlos Cruz so Eddie Tuja or Katwa so team send Yamia the Benin game my Basso Ghana yeni wo 6:45 p.m. Ghanaian time no or say ni na mo Ghana for ye course ye ko express ye ko ball great football na afi so ya de nije ya wo se Ghana for timinya e wo football ni nyina mo so no ya de ho pese obi omu nyina enso ebre Ghana for.
Our message it is simple. We want to express ourselves in the game tomorrow and it's the best of our skills, efforts, commitment. As I said, the message it is simple. We want to play great football. We want to play to win. We want to bring pride and happiness to the fans. That's the only thing that I'm sure our players they have in mind. And the message. It is a message of hope and confidence that being with them must.
It's a bit of a winning some Carlos Cruz, so they are to game on Yamiaduma, Benenume 6:45 p.m. Ghana, yen so any Wolves game no Basel 6:45 p.m. Ghana, Yenny Wolves game no Basel 6:45 Ghanaian time no. Nyame adoma na dondom ye Marego TV na afi so comment ho asem na so abrem kama enso enye enanyumre game no 6:45 Ghana yeni Wolves game so be share so 20 sama APM kakra enso ye go piemo enso e wa monone emfa de aka enso ento am so na go piemo wa monone a na ha ti we no Ghana Wolves any Ghana 6:45 p.m. Ghanaian time game no e be share se 6:45 p.m. Ghana any Wolves we a friendly match nyame adoma ene 6:45. It's Carlos Cruz in first game. Obe wini anase be ko say. Ye go pio amonone na amonone nsem no ye go pio mo enso Arsenal defender the day e Gabriel Magalhaes enso nsem bebre ene to be kaya UEFA Champions League na no Saturday twom no Abranti the ball last penalty e ma Arsenal na ball no be bia nam no cross still ye hu ball ni what you say eno na se Abranti ko pio mo e wo Europa na ni Jesse amon for topper I'm for Tony Jesse papa as I said boy no boy na nam you na I'm for sure mu hu enti we hu was na PSG ni Arsenal you want a ball penalty na say ye hwa ye hu boy say Gabriel ene ma me cost store na me go to bie na say ni share sales no increase by 350% na say ko anim ye pa enti Gabriel penalty o boy enam ba bi cry still ye hu ball no they say amofo bebre ene Tony shirt we ni sema eno so abaka kra me ni wasem nyina enso mo na no pe e wo sports flash no so na ekopie mo enwo enso wo Rafa Leo enso e player bako a ogemo edima AC Milan ode atodwa aka che AC Milan penny force nyame adom sisi we nyina apane we enti nyame adom no Rafa Leo no ofi AC Milan akope club foforo no so no itimi aden akobobo e de amoye no na Arsenal ni Man U force no akoye enquiries about Rafa Leo na ni nyina mo ewum se official bid bia nkoede no mo Arsenal ni Man U for eni edi Abranti echi ye pa se nyame adom na omunya na enso hombe sign 20 sama epiem kakra enso Rafa Leo yero asem na so ema na no pay sports flash no so na ekopiemo Andres Iniesta so ye kakra Andres Iniesta player bakwa wa ball so many games red card kwa onye bida to say the first coaching career no team and the Gulf United enso United Arab Emirates and a papa so akosa ni contract na say the first coaching career and also asha sense one ma to say Andres Iniesta enso ni coaching career asha say enso UAE and na so emana no pay sports flash no so now if you want to go pm Chelsea Alberta the Mark Cucurella so dia atodwa say since we nyama nkoye so dia ma Chelsea next Chelsea embo Champions League Conference League Europa omumbubi to James say since we no nyama nkoye kra into onya obefi Chelsea oso onya obefi Chelsea 20 sema epm kakra enso Mark Cucurella so aso ye nyina enso emo na no pe kama na ego pm enso ewo France kakra na no game e so no na fan bi enso akoye tattoo hwe ni yie pa dia bo se Gabriel ne wa ase ho no goalkeeper Matev Safonov enso ne wo pom no na baby obobo na ball no nam ho na fan no akoye tattoo kama iti po no Gabriel na ball no any goalkeeper no o baby ball ni nam no iti PSG fan no tattoo no waye enso woni na ho a o chese ampa Gabriel ni penalty nam biem hodi anu o hye iti PSG fan na Gabriel penalty o misi ye no ono so de akoye tattoo ni na ho a e do asem nyina so eda kama ewo ball no misi ball yen hu ball no besi nde ball no yen hu wate ti ball no baby ball na akoto no nyame nkwa na be kire ti Gabriel inti weni sema eno so piem kakra ewo na so na de ye di sorry so kra blasters for no They say need the coach no e the squad number. Your coach no or the squad number squad with the saa na meba no kuma saa ene ade dia ye mbobɔ so na obia so enye bitwa na afi so no ye nyene so senate goalkeepers no Benjamin Asare, Lawrence Atizike, Joseph Anan we any goalkeepers no defenders Abdul Baba Rahman, Gideon Mensa, Marvin Senaya, Alidu Seidu, Abdul Mumin, Jerome Opoku, Jonas Ajete, Kojo Opompepra and Derek Lucasen. Midfielders no Elisha Owusu, Thomas Tepate, Kwasi Sibo, Augustine Boache, Caleb Urenchi, Abdul Fatau Isahaku, now Fesu Kamadin Sulemana, forward saying a TM, Christopher Bambonso, Ernest Enyama, Antoine Semenyon, Brandon Thomas Asante, Prince Kwabna Edu, Inaki Williams, now Fesu Jordan Ayu, into Adia, when he plays Ghana for 26 man squad, no, they say the Aba, it's Ghana squad, Educa World Cup. It was a for Aaron Fencia. Na yejemuma money show for no na naso ne nimpa fa asidado emfa koma team nyina benten any party na fa team nyina asida fa komedin na the champions la nyame adom na adom mu ya enyumre betime share o comment ni so what I say then na so ado kamaka me sorry so na the akare so no abeto amso no pay.
Zo abedi pokomi Kofi Kinata rekodo obisi on. I say Kroboland Kofi Kinata ma rep live on the 7th of June. Nti Oduma say so menya bon Kofi Kinata ma ba level 3 bar and lunch. Kobo Oduma say I say o me na show they sell. See you. Move.
Nothing is stopping me. We have nothing in our life. You can't help me because a criminal in man's hide. What is my madam now? I am a woman. I
Fremi Ponobio, 7th June, Yellow Cup Rave. I'm representing live inside Probo Dumase, level 3 pop. It could be crazy, it could be bad. Only God never share me. So me sorry, I no pana see me see and yape, yeah, yo, yellow cap brave, big bad, mad. Anytime,
Joe abedi pokomi Kofi Kinata rekodo obisi on. I say Croberland Kofi Kinata may rep live on the 7th of June. Until Uduma say so many bon Kofi Kinata maba level 3 bar and lunch. Kobo Uduma say I say umi na show and sell. See you. Move.
Everybody here, I shall force this shit in there. I don't be a clear. I do some quadro plus one. Nothing is stopping me. We have nothing in the life. You can't help me because the criminal minds hide. What is my madam now? I am a woman. I shall stop a failure.
Frame ya pono bio.
Oh na yeah. Alright, Uncle Boy. I can't believe say I come in cool. I'm on the side, Mama ya want the best of me go grow so when me boy. Alright, Uncle Boy. I can't believe say I come in cool. I'm on the side, Mama ya want the best of me go grow so when me boy. Yeah, well my nigga they brother for me. Now dream baby no be good for my head oh. Bug up on and they be me. Minya breathe and one thing just to cool down my head oh. So the baja is a mine. The bottom ya sum tum. Me come a janai. Waka be banana no resia shed them piece of same wine. As one can be. So no can you decay. Ready me down my westy. I want me sit down and that chip be mess up. My chip up be fear my best na. Me buy and I'm westy. On the mystic and now I buy I get it. A German kumo alright kumo. I can't believe say I come in cool. I'm on the side, Mama ya want the best of me go grow so when me boy. Alright, cool. I can't believe say I come in cool. I'm on the side, Mama ya want the best of me go grow so when me boy. Mama will miss calls, ma send the voice notes.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Reni me shot get it. Ni me home me kwesi dia ya nati. Makumo mi obiba. Ready me do ma kwesi. E wo me si da ina da chipi me sa me chi ma be fie ma betna. Me buy and na kwesi. On the me si kana wa me buy ya get it. A German kumo. Alright, Uncle. I can't believe say I can't be cool. I'm on the side. Mama ya want. The best of me go grow so when me boy. I can't believe say I can't be cool. I'm on the side, Mama ya want the best of me go grow so when me boy.
Like why share na so comment say e wo share the Marego TV link no so akopie mu e wo ho kama ya ka twe e wo akose junction tema akosombo kwanten pon ne so e wo e ho no mo e difa edwadie a ne border for fra de bone a na frɛ abidwafo e wo 020 1672828 020167282 kan hu se Marego TV e de nema pa enenam anopai wana beka me sa me kire ma abidwafo papa me ne omo ejuma Sylvester Teteslai the champions like incoming MP for Crew constituency I ono enono sa so na Philip no Mario so no ababeka me nsem ewa hanum se the executive producer ba ko se echibia oba bebie obete ne party ai na mu de mo next screen na muntie acha by next week dey na party ni din so aba abepie mo na jese odo so be presidential candidate ama mebu ni nyina the youth Mario is coming for you Obi say we afafanta say ebi mu di adada o.
Yeah, we afafanta no ye de o. Atade na on share.
Atana mi share ni afafanta nye de afafanta. Ja. Maro de na ye say ehuru ye B aha B B ewo de di ye wo bees ho.
Anipa na okasa kra no kra no be eyi. Ye be small
Nipa
operations.
Nipa no kasa do be ye be small. Porter, obey porter for the party.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sana be. Say. Ye ba boko wakrata so na mo ye ka say esitobere no asan asubio nti samre no upia na wa hwe se na obesi aboaboa wo ho e de afa ebi ana wasi niema ahata abomode ana kire obi ono nyankwa adwuma anope ye so sre na ni die mu emre no so ana onyi niema na wa hata wasi ahata no ama saso ne yesese si hatafo no ye pamocho ye sre mo mamu korora e mamu ankwasa munko yiyi niema no enti no upia ka ho se wakete wia no so no e ba mo de ahye wo ho ti Marego TV ne be ma update e wo whether no se na be hu be obefa e de akọ anopa anase enwumre enyina ye be sha ase with the ko wakrata the daybreak wakrata no na ye be sha ase o say Africa must build on business champions Alexade and ekasa e wo hoi passage of anti-LGBTQ plus bill surprising bagbin na okasa e wo ho speaker of parliament no anti-LGBTQ plus bill far from becoming law Mahama and also president and abonimu ewoho top post 1.24 billion profit 24 billion Ghanaian cedis profit yama omu ayuko ewo ehonomu the National Enquirer yefa enwa upon fosu joins Royal Fund Board Samsona Mahama warns SOE and CEOs ewo ehonomu government unveils new co-financing model Randy Abbey ena ekasa ewo ho Jakpa boosts education in Dafiama Buzia Isa and also ewo ho no mo Africa must build its own champions KGL boss NPA intensifies fight against fuel smuggling abepiemu ewo ho no mo a omo fa kwabone so e de frango no tutu kwan na hen omo na ye bom kokko ewo ho The Dispatch Ghana's economic recovery is now a global example Mahama 1,009 killed in 4 months in road accidents in 2026 1,009 killed in 4 months in road accidents in 2026 family wealth should be viewed as building transgenerational enterprises KGS Alexade Paul Afoko urges MPP to move beyond past divisions. Police sees boxes of ammunition at checkpoints. Near far the Daily Graphic. The Daily Graphic reset agenda wins investor confidence. 215 million euros UK deal signed. And so be PMO ewo honomo. Editor General goes after 580 million Ghanaian loses. Head Goldface unveils $50 million debt plan for Bogoso Prestia. Government awaits flight permits to evacuate more Ghanaians from South Africa. The Ghanaian Times. Ghana open for business. President Mahama woos UK investors. Tau stability, economic recovery. Integrity key to building trust in institutions. Dr. Esibe Yeboah. 250 million investment to transform diamond mining operations. Nayafa, The Chronicle. Otumfuo Dubon said the third is the new Ahanta Hene. Edubuahin wins key legal battle at the Court of Appeal. Africa cannot remain a market for others' ambitions. Alex Dade. Diamond owners prove capacity of local mining coins. The Daily Guide NADB chat war. Mahama hints at returning gay bill to Parliament. Tension in NDC over flag bearer raised. Akunta Mines reported illegal miners. Ex-minister. Government to establish largest gold refineries. Sami Genfi. 31 amendments have weakened anti-LGBTQ bill minority. There's all nam krata anymore. Near H. Gu no one so what to be no washimu. Name one of pay before the daily. They before the dispatch. The dispatch was say 1,009 killed in 4 months in road accidents in 2026 ekome say nansen ka akwanhia na ba no hono so apagya ne mu so papa ewo oman ne mu ye o disketwa de say kai nya akwanhia be ko me den ya nipa ba ko mienu de na ye say onahwere onenkwa ewo mu asa de we eya amemrefi aya awreho aya ha papa edema Ghana man any akwantufo utu kwankra na ye say wakoma nyina ye hye na wakoma da woyam eto recruit mi tu betom say unim say wo kwa aba ba krasa me kwa aba na ebia na wantimi ansa ma we ayo ha kese papa a eda amanfo akoma so hadwen ewo kuru mi pa yi Mary mesha ase edi free oson.
I want to use this platform to say a very good morning to all our viewers. Road accident issues, sometimes when we say it, I become so emotional because sometimes it's not people's minds that when they are traveling, they will not return. But it's due to some carelessness of some key drivers that are doing that. Look, the driver, at that very moment, you are the one in charge of the road. So you know where to pass, what to do, at what point in time. The do's of the and don'ts of the driving, you've been taught. So you know how to overtake, when to overtake, and when not to overtake. Having said so, I believe we need much education on the roads. And it's not only the drivers who are responsible. One, if the road is not in good shape, it's not the fault of the driver. There's no much clear lighting system on some of our highways. It's also a factor. So there are many factors that are, we can attribute to road safety and road accidents on our roads. It's not anything we should take light because it can happen to me. It can happen to anybody at all. For instance, when the ministers load their life through aircrafts, that alone should send some signal into our spine to tell us, no, everybody can go at any point in time. G-Priorities should get involved. National Road Safety Commission, institutions should get involved so that we'll do more of the road education. Other than that, the cars will be there, we won't get passengers to sit in because they are all dead and gone. So it's about time we take that particular issues of road accidents and let's be intentional about it and let's educate our drivers. Some are not mentally sound, excuse me to say that. Some of the drivers are not mentally sound. And contemporary terms will not take us anywhere. So let's just make sure that we give much education. In as much as we are giving much education to the drivers, the state institutions should also make sure that the roads are safe for the driver. Any other thing is secondary.
Sylvester.
Yeah. I believe say road accident, nyama bibria ha ye Ghana man as this is our biggest challenge. And say dry season, rainy season, there's accident. And at the end of the day, sometimes now baby sound say most of our roads too are not up to the standard. There are no road sign. And it's vehicles they become see kwano so kwano be sound say the car we krana. The one a man the opportunity to say on nam kwano so. Yeah, so they want to break a fairly was like bibia need more car no ho na say car ni bo ho bibia need more car no ho then I'm on 14 na yeko and I don't a day na go nyama bebre say vox ka here by go and see accident bia obo say other say wakoto nrem other say crash other say bi oda kobo dua bi and all these kind of cars no say nyama bebre wo kroma the system has to work. I mean that is my issue. Because car be ni tipa panyan na amofu na say bi kwata kwakwa no so insem bebre and so it is something that we driver need be pay overtaking if I hear actually who walk on a highway we and you see I don't know where they are going and so at least the drivers have to make sure say speedometer here joma and so baby I would do no Sebi, we need to upgrade our roads, add road signs to it, and make sure say you have standard roads. Because your roads support those who does one another. A boy a man who two dodge no bisu in a name. Both say no, then what crash it. It's in patrol is up to the individual and authorities to make sure say you have first no. They need to quiet. It's a police boy be do barrier or near test be as say reader. More reader be wo. Near the show we know. Near her, say Wakuma nebo, say Utumi come and Bruce so yet Mitchell.
Say be a one of son, so I check in here.
That was people on Mouty or to stay at your dao. Obo also a pressure, near money pressure of you. And Uncle school is not then ko fie ana obi so o security because e was all your sales in term no or pentema kwa aba but driver need the wide there wako asanso aba.
Thank you very much, Mario. Upatin West in Fansori soon. Driver ni any near Wakra will fear semi call a juma bar, no wetting your call juma no asam brefie, ewo asum dream. Sanson or continue to crass off come beer. E was set ultimate call no obawo asum dream and no ene me too quine ama masan kwaba ni ama wakwaba na driver ni so akọ aba asum dream. Sanson ye be say a passenger phone ni bin so a on the floor car no ne sha driver phone say America tentin na say oh driver be pentoma kwaduma na den na wo chese ade wontimi ntia so ana na wo sha driver for America tentin no sa ne mani nyina no e wo say so yetimi hwe na yetimi twa no so ne yenso a ye kwa akofro hyen no yetimi ama driver no akọ America se na otie driver ni kai bi obi ekita no ye obi bia ye friend say speed limit be bia obetimi akọ America na akọ akoduru e ko bro so pe edensem foforo enenam yeda mansamo ne ye eyem rasada piesie enkoma Meka will say Marego TV Jumedi, a beer na wufifie, akọ baby, a foul telephone nikita, na ye wo and something time so which the internet no, ye was your Facebook, your TikTok, your Instagram, your X, and any akanya na no. But when they are not showing your hona, a dear chief bre, ewo ho. Sazo na ye counsel ya catchy, ewo ukunya, akuse junction, tema akoso mo quantum pony so why a ho, and I wo. Ye jadi bo so de eda from cra, there will bore any sober tongue near my. Any name I hold road in H, you know. But one day, Anna Frabija for 020 167 2828. Say, be a person, ye be a ye, you perceive be tried them out. Obi Jia, whatever say we tried them out. Open MC, open name opinion, Nana. Ye will be ever ha. Young boss so dead that form safe from Frey. You crowd or crown of Frey for the first time. If you hate me, ye and the chill free. So what as a friend, not only a diguma 020 167 2828. Me count say your live band enso ewa ha as that PSA enkoma silver started to slide the champions slide and afi so Philipus no Mario eze ba ko pe yipi ba ko pe executive producer or the mufua ne aka nyina just Marego TV nko na papa no e wo say abodi ti ko ya frame na so you mi twa me ho apesika kebi memi kebi amamu na me di abrel.
After a long day training, this is what I take. For you, energy drink, the best of all.
Fly away, yes, I'll fly away.
Glorious Event Center is the perfect venue for all your special occasions. From wedding ceremonies and birthday parties to funerals, live band performances, corporate events, and private gatherings, we've got you covered. Let me show you around. We also have spacious conference rooms, restaurants, canopies and chairs, guest rooms, live bands, and spinning equipment for your services. Glorious Event Center also provides video coverage and photography services for all your special occasions. Locate Glorious Event Center at Akuse Junction off the Temakosombo Highway. For bookings, please call 020-167-2828. Glorious Event Center, your perfect venue for all your corporate and private events.
Oh yes, I'm fly.
Are you thirsty and in need of well-purified water to quench your thirst? I recommend Glorious Natural Mineral Water. Produced through reverse osmosis to the highest quality, this highly purified water is perfect for any occasion, being it wedding ceremonies, parties, funerals, engagements, and many more. Contact Glorious Natural Mineral Water on 0548 493522 or 0503 130395. We produce in bulk quantities, so just let us know how much you need. We are located at Pong Ahunjo off the Temakosombo High HS Street. glorious natural mineral water. So refreshing.
After a long day training, this is what I take. For you, energy drink, the best of all. After a long day training, this is what I take. For you, energy drink, the best of all.
Rasta Congo, yeah. Rasta Congo, 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 Congo Bongo. I hear Rasta, 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 Rasta Congo, yeah. Some of them are say them are the Christian man, only for them say them are the magician man. The Rasta man, them say, yeah, yeah. Them are the righteous one, hey. Moriah Naya no say, we are the Nazarite man. Oh, my Lord, Jaja, come on and save my man.
Yeah, Congo, that was Black Rasta. Thank you very much, my champion PCRK. Yeah, thank you very much for those very music. It has really pushed me up. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Political Arena segment where we dive into the heart of Ghanaian politics and beyond. I am Nana. So if you just join us, you are on Marego TV, streaming live from our studios here in Akuse Junction, Okwenya. You can also join us on all our social media handles, that is Facebook, TikTok, X, and the rest. Don't forget to call our marketers for affordable advertisement on 020-167-2828, 020-167-2828. This morning we are discussing LGBTQ and matters arise. In the studio with me now is Honorable Emmanuel Aye Kofi Zando. Aye Kofi Zando, the Deputy Secretary for the New Patriotic Party, Lower Manyaklo constituency. Waiting for Israel Tenyumuchu, an NDC communicator for the Yellow Cloak constituency, to join us this morning. This is first time in the studio. Good morning and welcome to Marego TV.
Good morning, madam.
Trust you are fine.
I'm doing great.
First time in Marego TV.
Sure. And I'm happy to be here. Let me say a very big good morning to your cherished viewers. This is my first time and I'm very happy. I hope this relationship will continue. It will be the first time or the last time that you will invite me to your studio.
Doors are always open for everyone who wants to join us here.
Thank you very much.
Trust you like our setup, our studio, and our reception too.
Sure. It's been a long while since I last been to a studio. And I can confidently say that most of the studios that I've been to, this setting is excellent. Yeah, looking at the space and the arrangement and everything, I think it's very nice. I like it very much.
Okay, I'll chime in as some car or say, that is Mr. Aye Kofi, Honorable Aye Kofi Zando, the Deputy Secretary for the New Patriotic Party, Lower Manya Club constituency. She's vying for a position. When I come back, I will resume it. Let's go for a quick commercial break.
Rasta Congo, 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 Congo Bongo. I hear Rasta, 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 Rasta Congo, yeah. Some of them are say
Them are the Christian man, hey. Only for them say. Them are the magician man, the Rasta man them say yeah yeah. Them are the righteous one, hey. Moriah Naya no say. We are the Nazarite man, oh my Lord Jaja. Come on and save I man, hey. The Rasta man them, the Congo Bongo man, oh. Why yo, why yo, why ya 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 ho. Why yo, why ya 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 yo. Rasta Congo 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 Congo, Congo Bongo. Aya Rasta Rasta Rasta, Rasta Congo yeah. Rasta Congo Congo Congo, Congo Bongo. Aya Rasta Rasta Rasta, Rasta Congo yeah. To put this big wall right, the Rasta man must come yeah. Respect the Rasta Congo and let the chalice a bone. I wa 8 to 5. We are go stay alive. Whatever you come to do, we are go sure survive. We are go praise the fire with our reggae vibe. The Rasta man them the Congo Bongo man. Why yo, why yo, why ya 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 yo. Why yo, why yo, why ya 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 yo. Rasta Congo 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 Congo, Congo Bongo. Aya Rasta Rasta Rasta, Rasta Congo yeah. Rasta Congo Congo Congo, Congo Bongo. Aya Rasta Rasta Rasta, Rasta Congo yeah.
Welcome back to the Political Arena segment. Israel Te Nyumuchu, NDC Communication Team member for the Iloklo, has just joined us in the studio. Israel, you're welcome. Discussing LGBTQ and matters arising. Before then, the former Deputy Secretary for the New Patriotic Party, Lower Manyaklo constituency, is in the House. Honorable Aye Kofi Zando, and also vying for the secretaryship position.
Sure.
Let me give you 3 minutes as usual.
Oh.
Tell us why we should vote for you, or your delegates should vote for you as a substantive secretary for the constituency.
Thank you very much, and let me take this opportunity to greet all delegates of Lower Manyakrobo constituency. Let me extend my congratulatory message to those who have been successful in the just ended police station executive elections. And I believe when I become the secretary of the constituency, we'll have a fruitful working relationship. This is not the first time I'm going for the secretaryship. The last time I contested my current secretary, at the time I was the assistant secretary trying to move to the secretaryship. One may ask, why were you a deputy secretary trying to contest your secretary at the time? And that was a question that a lot of delegates asked at the time, and other questions that they asked of me when I went to campaign. I told them the reason why I wanted to contest for the secretaryship because of the way the party was going, which I believe if we not take measures to correct them, it will bring the party down. We started this thing from 1992. At the time, on Kroboland, if you identify as a Dangwe man supporting the new British party, you are seen more or less as like an animal.
Yeah.
So it wasn't easy. And we've been able to improve our votes every single election year. We started from the region of about 3,000. And as at the time I was leaving the executive, we were some few hundred votes in Lower Manya to hit 20,000. When I campaigned the last time, the things that I told them, if we don't take measures to correct, it will affect the party, which they did not listen, most of them, because of the way the then police station executive election went. It was manipulated to favor some particular group of people, and the new people who came in, where their mind was also poisoning against some of us. So what we were saying, they were not seeing reason in them. But for the past 4 years that we left the scene, for the current constituency executives, everything just played out as though we were prophets. Now, from a few votes away from hitting 20,000, we've been brought down to 10,000 votes. So we've been set back to the year 2000 election, general election, when we had those votes. It means we've been brought back over 14 years. Going back to contest for that particular position again is to fix things that have been broken, to bring the party back to winning ways in Lower Manya. If anybody tells you that the MPP is not liked on Kroboland, it's a big lie. Because if you go to Fontiakwa North, for example, majority of the communities that fall Fontiakwa North constituency, I don't know if it is the North or the South. Esiama, former Esiama, and now Kodia, his constituency.
Yeah.
Over 70% of the communities in that particular constituency are Krobo communities. So why is it that they have been winning over there? So politics is all about science of life. Things that you do for the people to improve their life for the betterment of tomorrow.
Okay.
If, like, the MPP left office in...
Your time is almost up,
Oh,
please.
really?
Yes, please.
Okay, so in short, we want to fix what had been broken to bring back the MPP in winning ways. Nothing a day short, Pejika. The last time we contest for the secretaryship, we get delegates to Munyo. It didn't know they can vote and money pick a party because direction the party on a take you or man a party on a BD. The Kewa travel a man a party on Manosicra. A day delegates of me then Nico Menesa, you know,
But be a home people, my equity, I'm going to point ahead.
Law Walla, one about fix what had been broken on the one party of a ballet bar. Konim Yem Blono,
Okay. Mochum, thank you very much. Israel, let me begin with you. Do you support LGBTQ, yes or no?
Do I support it?
LGBTQ.
Oh, so looking at this beautiful wife.
Oh.
With all the features I keep dreaming of. Now look at my handsome brother like this, chest to chest, and let's just say, I mean, animals are not doing that. So under no circumstance, a title holder like me will equally. With this beauty we are seeing, the way God especially.
Israel, I asked a simple question.
You should have asked me. You should know me better.
Hey,
ask me. Everybody is happy.
Who is happy?
Look at the guys around. The cameraman, my good friend.
Happy about what? LGBTQ?
No.
Is there a simple question? Do you support it or not?
How can I support this?
Thank you very much. Please, do you support it or not? Are you in support of LGBTQ?
The question that you ask is subjective.
I want a yes or no answer.
It can be yes or no.
Yes, I want an yes or no answer.
No.
A big
no. I don't support it.
This time
and I don't believe
this
my
time
party
I see
also
Robert
supports
smiling because he would like to buy a plasma TV. So I can see Robert smiling. Israel.
Yeah, so
do you think was the matter of the LGBTQ deciding factors of the 2024 election?
Deciding factor of an election. I may say that who somebody marries doesn't necessarily have much effect on our economic fortunes. So for elections, it is about you being able to manage the resources entrusted into your care as government by your citizens in a way that have a positive impact in their lives and bring them a relief as to what their expectations are. But then, when you talk of LGBTQ plus or what have you, we are a people with a culture and customs, and all the things listed under them, we can't develop outside the brackets of our customs and traditions.
Thank you very much.
So to me, it doesn't necessarily have direct effect or impact on the elections. But then, for our development and our sanity,
okay,
it is very important.
Was it part of the election, please?
It played a very big role in the last general election because the NDC weaponized LGBTQ plus against the New British Party. And like they were vociferous about that particular campaign message, said that they took it to the Christians, the Islamic clerics, and then the traditional people as well. Because just like he said, we have values as people. We as Africans, there's no African community that embraces LGBTQ plus acts. There's no single one. If you go to your community right now and it is said that somebody had like a carnal knowledge with an animal, you see the way everybody will be looking at that particular person. And it will extend to the family where the person is coming from. It means the person has been trained properly. NDC, knowing this very well, that Ghanaians abhor this particular act, weaponized it against the New Patriotic Party and told Ghanaians as though the New Patriotic Party was promoting LGBTQ plus act. Honorable Sam George was the very person who was leading this particular thing, and he took it to the extent that even when the bill was passed in Parliament, and a good journalist friend of yours, Richard Elaskai, decided to take it to the Supreme Court, which the Supreme Court eventually ejected on whatever thing he sent to the Supreme Court. Sam George and his NDC and my good friend over here, they made everybody believe that President Akufo-Addo just decided not to sign the bill into law. Meanwhile, if you listen to President Mahama recently, he made it clear to the whole world that the bill never even got to the desk of President Akufo-Addo. So it played a very big role in the outcome of the past election.
Thank you very much. The Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill, also known as the LGBTQ plus 2025, passed in Parliament on May Thursday, 29, 2020, so with 32 amendments made during the final reading. Right. The bill has been passed in Parliament, awaiting the presidential signature. What next?
What next? It is a process. So the legislative arm of government are done with their process. It is going to the executive. So until the presidency, until the legal advisory team in the presidency, including the Minister for Attorney General and Minister for Justice, will go through, advise the president. If the president is satisfied with that, he then signed. If he has consent, he will then refer it to the Council of State. And upon the advices, if they have certain things they want to put it, because remember, it is a private member bill and not a government bill. So they equally have to, the presidency or the president equally has to go through and see if what is before him is what will help the people who elected him to serve them. Okay, but on my brother's part, you were in Parliament when you were passing. The whole country was not in agreement, but with your 170 something, you managed to pass it. When you wanted to do other things, you could. Then it was passed. Your people were in Parliament. Then you stopped the people. The letter written by the then Executive Secretary, Honorable Asante Bedetu, I can forward the letter for you to read on the print on the blue paper, telling us why the president cannot receive the document.
Thank you very
much. So
much.
the issue here is this: you are for it. From the beginning of this administration, you were running from every street to every door, every rooftop, telling them that it was a scam, that this government will surely see to it that it is being done. And now it is in action. And you're running telling everybody that it is no more what you wanted to. implement.
Thank you, Israel. You made your point. Same question to you.
You remember you asked him a question that he not even answer. He dodged it.
I did answer it.
When they were shouting on the rooftop that MPP was in support of LGBTQ plus, and that they were refusing to support the proponents of the bill, forgetting that even Honorable Reverend Itin Fojo was a co-sponsor of the party, of the bill. If the New Patriotic Party was not in support, he could have been whipped in Parliament, but he wasn't. What the MPP was complaining about was the youth thing that they just did. Ask him the reason why they made 32
I will
solid.
come to that place. I will come to that,
Exactly.
don't worry. I will come to
So
that.
you ask him if the bill that they sent to Parliament during the New Patriotic Party's reign was the same thing that they claim to have passed. Secondly, if you look at President Mahama, he's not currently in the country. He's in Europe, and he has started preparing the minds of Ghanaians that they are not ready to sign the bill into law. What he said was this, that there are procedural lapses during the passing of the law. Secondly, Parliament did not form quorum when they were passing the law. Again, the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Abangbagwin, also made this thing clear to us that he was not in the seat when the bill was passed. It was the first deputy speaker.
He said passage of anti-LGBTQ plus bill surprising.
Exactly. And his words were this, that he only asked the deputy speaker to consider the bill at Parliament. They did not ask them to pass it. They only asked them to consider it. So in their mind, they are not ready to even sign the bill. So they've started preparing the minds of Ghanaians to know that, oh, if they did not sign, it wasn't their fault, but there were lapses in the system. Even during the review, if you brought an abridged version of the one that you sent to Parliament during the MPP's time, and you cannot even sign, how do you expect you expect Ghanaians to believe you that you will be able to sign this one?
Thank you very much.
NDC is not a party that Ghanaians can trust. No, I don't.
Right. There has been 31 amendments. Is the NDC sincere and principled to Ghanaians by making over 31 amendments to the law they wanted to sign?
The bill that was brought to Parliament, was it drafted in Adabraka, the NDC party headquarters? No. Tell me one parliamentary committee that there is no NPP MP sitting on it. There is none. So if a committee of Parliament worked, and members who sat in the committee meeting could not register their displeasure and concerns during the committee meeting, could not speak to the press after committee meeting, and today that the document has become a document of national interest, and they are not coming back to tell Ghanaians that, was it an NDC document? It's a document from the Parliament of Ghana. Is that not true? Don't you have MPs in Parliament? Reverend Itin Fojo, is he telling us he has never cited the document till the day of passage? So, you see, NPP, you are just taken by surprise by the rate at which the government is delivering. So, you only want to name the cat black to be able to see if it can be killed. But you keep exposing yourselves from one chapter to the other. The amendments you claimed was done. Same were recommended, if you check the hands that were recommended by the then majority leader, now the minority leader, Honorable Osayemi Afenyomakis. Some were his concerns he raised. So if you raise concerns, and based on that, you stopped your people from transmitting to the president, and such things have been considered by the committee because they are bent on pushing it through. And we're coming back to shout. And moreover, the document is not the final document. It is not yet a law. So changes can still be made. Even if it is a law, when you read the document, there is a clause that it is subject to the Constitution of Ghana. So it means if there is anything in it that contradicts or does not share the same idea with the Constitution of Ghana, then the Constitution has to be superior. Are you getting it? And you should also remember that some of the changes they are talking about speaks about fundamental human rights. The highest crime in Ghana now is high treason. And even to that, the person is entitled to legal advice. If the person claims he's sick, the person is entitled to medical advice. So if we are doing all these things and we are spelling the law out clearly, and you have a problem with the law, most of your MPs, I think, are lawyers. And they know the position of the law, and they know how issues should be addressed. So I am telling you again, you are trying not to be a responsible minority. And that is the truth. The NPP caucus in parliament now is not trying to be responsible minority. This you suggested. So if you come back and say that to the president will pay on it. Even if you say that, it gives you some amount of credibility. But for you to make recommendations once you are in government, and that the NDC was so in power to assent to the bill, now that NDC has what it takes to assent to the bill, and wanted you by committee, a parliamentary committee, considers your views and they added it to it, and you have problem with it. Then what kind of people are they?
Let me come to you. You want
So,
to?
Yeah.
Come in.
You know, what he just said vindicated the New Patriotic Party. Because when we were in power and they brought this bill to Parliament during Nanado's reign, Honorable Sam George told the whole world that the provisions in the bill that the New Patriotic Party was complaining about, Kenya came for the same bill, and the only thing that they changed on the bill was the name Ghana and fixed Kenya over there, and they went to pass it. Question is, why is it that now you are in power and you are now telling us that the things we were complaining then were the things that you now reviewed? It means what we were telling you to do before we'll be able to support you 100% to pass the bill is what you've decided to do now. Even that, your president is complaining that there are some procedural lapses. So he's not even ready to consider it when he gets to his table. It means you people are dishonest. We cannot trust you. What they are trying to do, you know, last week they tried to pass the e-levy that he talked about when we started that. When MPP was trying to pass the e-levy, Ghanaians were complaining. They tried passing the same e-levy when they were trying to push their big push agenda. The money that they gave to the contractors, which they were making so much noise about, ask him the source of the money. It was the e-levy accumulated, which MPP did not touch before leaving power. Now that they realize it is very useful, they try to smuggle it backdoor to Parliament to pass it. When they were exposed, they tried to bring in this LGBTQ plus thing to cover it. But the mighty minority in Parliament are not sleeping. They are wide awake. And just like he said, our minority leader, then the majority leader, were pointing out things to them that if they pass the former bill, it was going to be detrimental to our societal norms. For example, you know, over here on Fridays, you see a lot of people going to the morgue to take dead bodies for burial, for final funeral rites. And you see men in women clothing following the procession. The old bill that they sent to Parliament during the MPP's time, you could just be cited if it had been exactly. And those were the things that the MPP was complaining about then. When you get to pump station now, we all know the LGBTQ colors. You know, somebody selling abolo over there or somebody selling maize at the Agomanya market could be wearing a dress in the colors of the LGBTQ+, not knowing that he or she might be promoting such a thing. The person could be cited. And those were the things the MPP was complaining about, which they were forcing down the throat of MPP then. Question is, why are they running away from the same drink they were forcing down the throat of the MPP? That is the question we are asking. And what we are saying is this, that it has helped them to come to power. Now they are running away. So they've played Ghanaians, and Ghanaians can no longer trust them. He is saying that they are performing very well. Performance of governance is for the people to tell. I can sit here and tell you that the next election NDC is going to lose hands down. But it is up to the Ghanaian people to decide. He can also sit here and tell you that MPP will never come to power again. We've said that in the past. Even when Akufo-Addo had this, goodwill of the people for about 4 years, up to 2020 when we had COVID. Akufo-Addo was just enjoying. NPP was saying that NDC will never come to power again. But in the year 2024, what happened? For you, you only had that goodwill for just 1 year, and you are claiming you are performing, and we are just envious of you. Fine, it is up to the
Mr.
people
Zando,
to decide.
still on LGBTQ, what kept the MPP for not passing the bill?
Oh, MPP helped them in passing it. It was just that it hasn't
Why
been sent.
didn't you pass it earlier on?
We passed it during our time. We passed it. It was just that it wasn't sent to the president.
Why wasn't it not sent to the president?
Because somebody took it to the Supreme Court to decide on it. Because it infringes on the right of a lot of people, just like I was explaining. You know, there's this thing in Ghanaian law that states that ignorance of the law is no excuse. Just like I was saying, if somebody was wearing LGBT colors, you would say that the person is promoting. But at the back of the person, you know, Ghanaians, we love colors. You see social functions and you see people wearing kente in those colors. We naturally love colors. The person might have identified the LGBT colors as being attractive by not knowing that he or she might be promoting it. The person could be cited during the previous law. Those were the things that we were protesting against, which they did not listen. They were telling Ghanaians that, oh, we were just promoting it. So if you look at the electoral results in the year 2024, the NDC, what they had in 2020, they only added about 100,000 votes. But the MPP dropped their 2020 votes for about 2 million. It means there were even MPP people who believed the lies of the NDC. And because they are Christians, Muslims, or traditionalists who doesn't share in those LGBT values, they decided to stay out because they will not go and vote for the NDC because they don't trust them. And now those people will be vindicated. And they realize that the people are knowing them for the colors that they are. And that is what is scaring them. So they decided to pass this thing to play some alukoto with it. But the Ghanaians are not going to buy it. You can trust me. Ghanaians are not going to buy it. Question is, why did you force Ghanaians to accept a particular thing and now you are turning away from the same thing that you were forcing them to take during the time of the MPP? That is the question we are asking you. And we just want you to answer that particular thing.
I will answer you right now.
Don't change anything. 32 amendments. Why?
Israel, before you answer, why didn't the NDC pass the same law they wanted the Akufo-Addo to sign?
I wish there is a white marker board here.
So that you
demonstrate for us. I will take the NPP through the constitution and the fundamentals of law in Ghana and parliamentary proceedings. Because they are acting as if they had no single soul in parliament. In the first place, the previous parliament that passed the bill, when a private member presents a bill to parliament, the person does not necessarily dictate everything to parliament. Committee of parliament sits on it. Ask him if the previous parliament, if they were not on any of the committees who sat on the same bill presented before it has been passed. So if you have members who you with, sat on an issue, agreed on something, brought a report to the House, and you ran to tell us that it was NDC people who were bringing it. So it means the committee now became a committee of NDC. One, when you are performing parliamentary duties, you should know it is not politics propaganda. It is a national issue because the House of Parliament is not a headquarters of any political party. You should get that thing straight. Two, the president is not a parliamentarian. So when the president receives an information from parliament, he equally listens from the news. The press conference, I think now you organize close to 20,000 press conferences in less than 2 years.
Yeah, because Ghanaians need to know what is happening.
And you keep exposing your ignorance every now and then. Because, let me show you, the kind of opposition the NPP is turning themselves into, if care is not taken, they will start deceiving their own children in the house. One, the president said, information he has gathered was that what has been passed, they are saying quorum has not been formed. Is the president part of parliament? Is he having the stanza? Not yet. Let's wait. When the speaker came, the speaker did talk about quorum. But he was surprised at the rate where the people complied and speed up the processes in his absence. And the concluding remarks of the speaker was that he will meet both leaders and then they will see the way forward after the passage. That was the ending words. If you play the video, at the ending part, he said he is meeting the leaders of both sides. Then they will see what next after the passage. So it wasn't that he gave a directive. Remember, somebody holding an office or an owner of the office. This time around too, you were on the committee. And if one thing you need to know that when you present a bill or a document to Parliament, and it has not been assented to, it has not been dealt with to the latter, and the Parliament dies, all those businesses died with that Parliament. So the previous bill died with the previous Parliament. So my good brother and my good friend, let me bring you back to something. The e-levy, you chopped everything and even used it as collateral before you left power. So the big push, the e-levy you've gathered is how much? Do you know how much has gone to the big push project? So for you to see on national TV and tell Ghanaians that you collected e-levy, you saved it. I don't know whether in NPP Rural Bank or what. And then when Mahama came recently, you withdraw it and give it to him to go and do big push.
I didn't say we
will do it. You are saying that he is using the e-levy.
We'll come back to that.
So you see,
if you just,
they ask you a simple question and you beat about the bush. You didn't answer the question.
I'm trying to address all issues.
No, the question was
and when you
why,
were talking, I was very quiet.
Exactly.
I
just want to remind you
about
the
question
asking
now. So it has not been targeted.
And he started doing it right now.
No, I just want to
if you
remind you the question they ask you.
If you just join us, this is Marego TV.
So
and
what I want you
Israel, please,
know is that
Israel, please,
we have a state to govern.
Israel,
we are doing search.
You've made your point.
You have not been able to do
you are eating into his time. Thank you very much. If you just join us on Marego TV, this is a political arena segment and discuss on the passage of the LGBTQ plus bill in Parliament and matters arising. I have Israel Tenyumuchu, a communication team member for the new Patriotic Party, Yuloklo, in the studio, and Aye Kofi Zando, former Deputy Secretary for the new Patriotic Party, vying as the Secretary for the new Patriotic Party, Lower Manyaklo constituency. Hello. The president speaking during a Q&A session at Chatham House in the UK on Monday, June 1st, that is yesterday, said that the anti-LGBTQ bill remains far from becoming law due to unresolved procedural and legal issues, including quorum concerns, and Parliament says they have passed it. So between the president, the speaker, and the majority, who should believe with respect to whether or not the law has been passed or not? Whom do we believe now? It's your question.
Whose duty it is to pass laws? Is it the minority, the speaker, or the parliament? It is parliament. So we've not heard saying that the majority has passed a bill. We say parliament has passed a bill. And there is a saying that parliament is the master of its own rules. So if parliament feels like what they did, they wanted to go back and check it again, that is, the law has made provisions for them. The president has no business with the bill until it has been transmitted to him. So for now, if today Parliament concluded that this is what we have passed, then the only thing the president can do is to go through, and if he is not satisfied based on legal advice and he has concerns to raise, he will raise the concerns and it will be brought back to Parliament for them to also reconsider it. So as it stands now, the one the law has given the mandate to pass bills, make laws, or enact laws for the country is who? The legislative arm of government. That is Parliament.
Thank you. Your same question.
Before I respond to this particular question, I just want to make something clear to your viewers to understand that when you ask him the question why they did not try to pass the bill they were forcing the LPP to pass, he did answer it. That shows their hypocrisy. Oh, no, it is just passed. I just want people to know you for who you are. No. Just like I said earlier, it started from the speaker. The speaker was saying that he only asked them to consider the bill but not to pass it. Then, just like you said, the president making that statement yesterday in UK also made it that there were a lot of consultations they're supposed to do with other international bodies like the UN and other development partners that they did finish. And that the bill is far from becoming a law. It means the president himself is not ready to assent the bill into law. It is the duty of Parliament to pass the bill. Now they have played their part. But for the bill to become a law, until the president assent to it, it can never become a law. It is that's exactly what I'm saying. And the president is telling us that it is far.
Israel, please. Israel, please.
Yes,
Israel,
they
please.
will send it, but the president has started preparing our minds that it is far from becoming a law, that there are procedural lapses. Quorum hadn't been formed. It means even Parliament did a wrong thing. Or should I say illegal? I don't know what better term to use. It means the bill that they pass cannot even be considered. It is null and void. If quorum is not formed, it can be said that the bill had been passed. If there are procedural lapses, the bill cannot be said to have been passed. And that is what the president is telling us. Going further, he also said there hasn't been enough consultation with international development bodies like the UN and other development partners. So the president is just telling us that this thing is a no-no for him. So if you ask me, yes, Parliament claimed to have passed a bill, but the president, who had been in Parliament for over 20 years, is telling us, if not 2016, is telling us that there are procedural lapses, and you can't claim to know better than the president when it comes to parliamentary procedures, because he has been there for long and he has seen the lapses. Probably it had been cooked by the NDC. They sat down, they cooked this thing. The speaker will tell them, I'm traveling. Take charge of this. Do A, B, C, D. When I come, I'll come and say that I didn't ask you to pass the bill, but rather to consider it. Then the president will also come in with these procedural lapses, and that will just throw everything away. Just like I was saying, they just want to throw Ghanaians' mind off pressing issues like the e-levy they are trying to smuggle, where if you transfer money from your bank account, you are going to be charged 0.78%. Ghanaians, they don't want Ghanaians' mind to go to that particular bill that they passed. So they want to bring in this LGBTQ thing. By the time we finish with the noise, when the noise died down, this thing would have taken effect. It means they have deceived Ghanaians. They oppose, like I said earlier, there's nothing good, no good policy that MPP brought that NDC did not oppose. Every good thing, they will oppose it. But when it suits them, they bring it back behind closed doors. One practical example was this NHIS thing, health insurance. When MPP brought the health insurance, they were just telling people not to go and register that. Why will you be healthy and MPP will ask you to go and make a card to go to hospital? It means they just want you to fall sick. They poison the minds of Ghanaians. Ghanaians didn't listen. When they realized the thing was taking good effect and Ghanaians were buying into it, during their campaign, when Professor Amis was coming to power, they just told Ghanaians, oh, when we come to power, one-time premium. When Ghanaians gave them the mandate, were they able to implement it? It is the same thing with the LGBTQ plus thing that they are playing with Ghanaians now. They force it down the throat of Ghanaians, something they know they cannot do. Now you'll be giving power. Ghanaians believed you. You have prominent Christian ministers on radio, Dr. Williams, the Kobe Bedus, you name them. I just cannot mention. Even my own church, I have the opportunity to have been confronted by most of my ministers, Presbyterian Church of Ghana, done with Tom Presbytery, over here, about this LGBTQ thing plus. When you try to explain to them, they said, no, you were just trying to promote it. They listen to the NDC. If you are not in support of it, why is the president not signing it? Meanwhile, the NDC knew the bill had been sent to Supreme Court. And until the Supreme Court determined it, nobody can do anything about it. But they were just telling Ghanaians. When President Mahama came, he just made it clear that that particular bill was never sent to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to assent to it. And that was what the MPP was telling them. But they told lies to Ghanaians. So if you ask me, all that I can say is, for the NDC, we cannot trust them. No.
Should there be an open dialogue for the bill?
Which of the bills?
LGBTQ plus, yes.
You see, once again, it's unfortunate it's my first time of meeting him. Okay? But he might be a little bit older than me. When you talk of health insurance, it was Rawlings project.
I just cited it as an example.
When you were talking, no, you cited it. So I wanted to tell you how it was built.
I didn't ask
no, listen,
where
relax.
it was
No, you see, when you were talking, I was quiet.
Okay, you go ahead.
We are educating the public.
You
so
go
people
ahead.
should know the history behind the things.
Go ahead.
And then the piloting was done prior to 1986 elections. So when you came, you run the mutual health insurance, wherein if you are within a particular district and you do it, you are only entitled to go to a hospital within your district where you've registered. So if you are in Yilo and you registered, you can't go to hospital at a Sojaman. Fine. So it was our child. When Prof. Mills comes, he said he want to do it a national something and a one-time premium. Considering our economic condition of the day, he apologized to Ghanaians that the one-time premium cannot be done, but the national one can be done. And it has been changed to National Health Insurance Scheme, wherein if you have the membership card, you can attend to hospital in any part of the country. So you don't sit here and tell me that you brought it. And even the greatest intervention you brought is kicking you out of government. Because of the humanity system. Listen, we are talking about the bill. I keep telling you that it means the few people, the 72 or 70, how many people are, how many are in parliament now?
You tell me.
So your few number them don't even go for committee meetings or sittings. If they do, they wouldn't come out being members of the committee. Committee will do a work, finish with the work, and they will come back to tell us a different thing. You stopped the people from transmitting the bill. So the bill has had extensive consultations. Information putting out is what the president is saying to him. And I say it again here, that if today such bill has been transmitted to the presidency, nobody will hinder parliament from bringing the bill to the presidency. So let's wait, let the bill get to the president for the president to tell you that it is far from being the law.
So, thank you very much. So should there be an open dialogue for the bill to be passed? It's your turn, please.
Yeah, the question that we need to ask is this, that our current laws, they take care of all those concerns being raised in the LGBTQ plus bill? Yes. So, yes, we are open for open dialogue. Things that will help Ghana move to the next level. But he just made a point that extensive consultation had been done during our time. Then it brings back the question you asked him earlier. Why is it that you did send the same bill to Parliament?
And I answered that.
Oh, no. I'm not asking you.
It's not as Israel.
I'm not asking
Israel. When you were giving your suggestion, did not wait. So when he ends, you can answer. Please don't interject him. No. When he ends, you can. Do you know? I will tell you something else. No. I'm not taking this from you. Thank you very much. So let him land and then you come in. Let him land and then you come in. Thank you very much. So when you were giving your submission, he did not say anything. He started quietly and listening to it. So just let him finish and then you come in, please. It's your turn. Extra 1 minute given to you, please.
He kept repeating this fact that MPs in Parliament are on committees. And he was asking if they were not paying attention to the bill when it was brought to the committee level. What he has forgotten is this, that during the press conference, the minority kept saying this, that the bill they considered wasn't the one that was passed. It means during the consultation that they did, what they've sent, because this particular one too is a private bill, that was it. It wasn't sponsored by government. It was private bill that was sent to the Parliament. And during the consideration stages, the one that they sent were the ones that were brought to the committee level. But the one that was brought to Parliament the day they were passing it were where they removed a lot of the things they claimed the MPP refused to assent into law, and brought this new one, which even that they are refusing to assent to. And that is what I want to bring his attention to. Secondly, he was saying that when we were in power, we were in majority. But if you look at the numbers in Parliament then, it was 138 against 137, right? Honorable Itim Fojo was a co-sponsor. So even if you take him alone from the MPP and add to the NDC number, at the time that particular bill was being considered in Parliament, they were in majority. If you take just Honorable Itim Fojo and you add it to their number, it would have been 138 on their side and 137 on the MPP side. So if you stop deceiving the public, or the NDC should stop deceiving the public that the MPP was in majority at the time and they refused to send the bill to the president. I kept saying that after the bill was passed in parliament, it was Richard Delaska. I kept mentioning his name because it was a public knowledge. Yes. He was the one who took the bill that was passed to Supreme Court for determination because it infringes on a lot of human rights. Question that we need to ask them is this. At the time, he just claimed about the revision that they just did, being because of fundamental human rights. At the time, they were pushing this one on the throat of the MPP. Were they not considering those fundamental human rights? Or it is just after they won elections that they realized there were fundamental human rights that were being infringed upon in that particular bill. So just like I kept saying, NDC can never be trusted. And I cited the health insurance issue not because of who started it. What I was saying is this. NDC is a party that preaches virtue and turn around to practice vice. So it's a party that we cannot trust. They will say one thing today and tomorrow they will turn around to do something else. Basically, so we are open for the open dialogue for the betterment of Ghana.
It's a simple question. Why was the 31 amendment made recently, not made during Nanado's time to sign the bill?
When we talk of changes, it means there is this object here. We send it and bring a new one. I told you the previous bill, there is a clause in it saying that this bill is subject to the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. So it means in issues of interpretation, when we pick the issue, we reference it to the position of the Constitution. And it brought issues. So the second one is an elaborated version of those clauses. That tells you that for now, if somebody is working in educational purposes for academic peace, the person is at liberty to write about it. If somebody in that has health complications, is entitled to health. If somebody is accused of that, is entitled to legal representation. And that is what you do not understand if you think we ask people to go.
Thank you very much. We made the same question to you.
You know, he's just refusing to answer the questions you are trying to ask.
I answered the question.
In the previous bill,
you are not the host.
In the previous bill, this thing that we are discussing right now, you know, it will be cited for contempt. In the previous bill that they were trying to force Akufo-Addo to sign into law. Secondly, if your relative, because we never know what happens behind closed doors. I'm sitting with my brother over here. If I ask him what he did last night, he will not be able to tell me because he will be exposing his personal life on national television. But what he did behind closed doors, I am not there. Assuming he's engaging in LGBTQ act, and unfortunately, he falls sick. The previous bill, okay, you put it on me. Assuming I am engaging in LGBTQ plus act behind closed doors because you never know what I do in the dark, and I fall sick. What the previous bill was trying to tell us is this: even my family members cannot take care of me, and those were the things the MPP were complaining about in the past, which they refused, and they were telling us that Kenya even came for our bill, and all that they changed about it was the name. They took away Ghana and fixed Kenya and passed it. So why is it that something that they sponsored, led by Honorable Sam George, they are now running away from it? That is the basic question they are asking you. What is being sent to Parliament now was the thing that we were trying to draw their attention to. And we are ready to accept it, provided they will also be honest enough to Ghanaians and come back to apologize to Ghanaians that, oh, in the past, we deceived you and we benefited politically from it. We are very sorry. Let us just try to do the right thing and move forward. That is all we are asking of them, so that we move forward.
Thank you very much. We are watching Marego TV live from Asudesi at Akuse Junction, Okwenya, and then the segment is Political Arena. We are drawing the curtains. And before we draw the curtains, let's pick their parting words. Israel, your parting words.
I will say a very big good morning to my regional director of NANGO in the person of Honorable Kojo Aduko, the incoming regional secretary of the Great NDC Eastern region. Then I will also greet the regional minister. We are telling him we appreciate what he's doing. And to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Muniyo, Ejumapao Yemi to Asomaye. But for at least our viewers, it is still raining. The weather is still not friendly. So we are encouraging all to pay heed to the preventive measures, so we don't record much disaster, and even should it happen, the casualty should be quite reduced.
Thank you very much. Your parting words, Honorable
And
Zando.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I must say that we had a fruitful discussion over here, and I'm very happy about what transpired over here. I must extend my sincere appreciation to you and your team for inviting me to this particular program. And my final words to my campaign team members, Team Able. Team Able, yes. I know anointed beyond limits, blessed to rise, led by the Spirit, and then able to win. Yeah?
Oh, please,
I'm a Presbyterian.
Okay, that's great.
And I must send this message to our people that Ghanaians are disappointed in the NDC. And our next election, His Excellency, Dr. Baumia, is coming back to power. They should just keep cool and we'll work hard to bring Baumia back to power. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let me say a very big thank you to our viewers wherever you are. Thanks for watching Marego TV's Political Arena segment. And to our communicators, Israel Tenyumuchu, NDC Communication Team Member, Yiloklo Constituency, and to Honorable Ayeku Fizando, former Deputy Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, MPP, Lower Manyaklo Constituency, vying for the position as the Secretary. Wishing you all the best in your endeavors. I am Nana Suyu. Thanks for watching. News in Brief is next with Afi Dede.
Why yo, why ya ho. Why yo, why ya yo. Rasta Congo, 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 Congo bongo. Aya Rasta, 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 Rasta Congo, yeah. Rasta Congo, 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 Congo bongo. Aya Rasta, 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 Rasta Congo, yeah. To put this big wall right, the Rasta man must come, yeah. Respect the Rasta Congo and let the chalice a bone. I wa 8 to 5. We are go stay alive. Whatever you come for do, we are go sure survive. We are go praise the right with our reggae vibe. The Rasta man them the Congo bongo man ho. Why yo, why yo, why ya yo. Why yo, why ya yo. Rasta Congo, 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 Congo bongo. Aya Rasta, 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 Rasta Congo, yeah. Rasta Congo, 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 Congo bongo. Aya Rasta, 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 Rasta Congo, yeah. The Christian man, only for them say, them are the magician man, the Rasta man them say, yeah, them are the righteous one, I and I no say, we are the Nazarite man, oh my Lord Jaja, come on and save I man. The Rasta man them the Congo bongo man.
Good morning. It's the second day of June, and this is News in Brief coming to you live from our studios at Akuse Junction. My name is Afi Dede. Coming up, the Minority Democratic Congress NDC of diluting key provisions of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Value Bills 2025, arguing that significant amendments made to the legislation amounted to a breach of trust with the Ghanaian people. However, at a media conference in Parliament, the sponsor of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Value Bills, Reverend John Intim Fodro, the Ascent South MP, accused the majority of inserting clauses into the legislation.
Was the promise to come and amend, review, mutilate, alterate, dilute the bill before he signs. You all remember. The promise was clear. Vote for me. I will come and sign the bill. On all their platforms, they said, vote MPP out because they won't sign the bill. Vote NDC. NDC will come and sign that bill. They did not say NDC will come and amend that bill. NDC will come and review that bill. NDC will come and delete provisions from that bill and redraft it before we sign. That is a scam. And that is breach of trust. That is deception. And that is hypocrisy. So today, instead of President Mahama to assent to the same bill we passed in 2024, They have changed it extensively, and what they have today is materially different from what was passed in 2024. Substantially different. You can't subject a bill to 22 deletions and 31 insertions, total of 31 amendments, and expect that the bill is the same. You have overhauled it. It's just the title that is the same, and you all agree. If the old bill was truly ready for President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to sign, and if they sincerely believed in that bill, why was that same bill not placed before President Mahama, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the same form for him to assent? Why did they now have to water it down?
Thanks for staying with us. We bring you other training stories at 6 p.m. Enjoy the rest of our programs. My name is Afidede.
Getting my bread up and shit, moving from place to place, from plane to plane, spreading my word out and shit. I'll be doing this for a while, searching a better place for my life, cause where I'm from no rest.